Hey everybody, I'm Deborah Pearson. First of all, for those of you who may not know, I've been asked to do a few demonstrations on how I do my head wraps, and I was very happy to oblige. So hopefully this will be something simple that you can pick up. But first I must tell you, you should have at least 2 yards of fabric. You can go to any fabric store and get the fabric that you need. I'll be demonstrating the triangle method and then just the long fabric, and I will show you the fabric as I do the demonstrations. And also my daughter Brandy will be doing a demonstration on how she wraps her hair with the very long scarves. So stick around and let's get this ball rolling. This is one method that I will be showing you. As you can see, it's got the big knot in the front. All right, so now I'm going to do the big knot with the long fabric. As I mentioned earlier, this is what I had on at the beginning. And remember, my knots never come out the same, ever. So I just wrapped it. No twists, just wrapped. Okay, and kind of twist this a little bit and twist this around. And I stuck this underneath this twist. And then I take the other piece and do the same for it. And there's the big knot with the long fabric. I will be showing a demonstration of the big knot with the triangle shape fabric. So this is it, guys. All right, guys, I have the long fabric, and I'm going to do this wrap, which is pretty simple. You're gonna bring it to the front of your forehead, and then you're gonna do like that, you see, and bring this around to the front. Make sure your ears and everything your ears are covered on the top. Okay, so then we get the front. You can twist it if you want. Get that over there. And then we're gonna bring this up. And pulling, always pulling to make sure it's tight. And we're gonna twist that. And we're gonna twist it and secure it underneath the knot. This is the other piece. As you can see, I twisted that. And then we're gonna take this piece, half of that, and we're going to play around with this first. So we can kind of have a little volume height at the top. Okay, and then with this piece here, we're just going to stick it in the part, and I'm going to open up the twist just a little bit. So it'll be okay, so now you have that. I think it's cute. It's different. Okay, so that's another idea. Right here I have the long piece of fabric, and it's actually not 2 yards. It's about 1.5 yards. But as I said, you need 2 yards. This is a little short. So we're gonna go ahead and work with this. I'm gonna start it at the back. And we're gonna just wrap one way and wrap it another. Okay, so now that you have this all wrapped, make sure it's tight when you wrap it. You still got this little piece up here. You can kind of work it around. And then what I'm going to do is tie this. I think I'm going to bring it over this way to the side. Tie it. And I'm going to fan this part out. This is the end piece. And then fan this other piece out. And we'll tuck some of it in the back here. You can leave that hanging. And then we'll tuck this other piece in the back here. Now, if you have 2 yards, you'll be able to tie it in a knot. But I only have this, it's just 1.5 yards. So, and work it with the top, kind of. And just, you know, just play around with it. And then you just have, oh, this needs to be tucked in some more. And there you have, looks like that. All right, and this is the end result. It's just wrapped, but like I said, with 2 yards, I'm sorry, you'll be able to tie this in a knot. So it'll be more secured on your head. And bam, you ready. All right, now I'm back with this fabric, and it's the long fabric. But say, for instance, you kind of want a headband. You don't want to cover your whole head. You may have long hair or a big ball or ponytail or afro puff, whatever it may be that you would want to use a headband. What you can do, you can take this fabric. I'm going to fold it over to make it a little thinner and get it like this, like a headband size. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is bring it to the back of my head. And usually if I do headbands, I like to have my emphasis on the side. So I'm going to do this on the side of my head. You don't have to do that, but this is my preference. So let's tie it. Let's get it tight. Okay, so I'm going to do a double knot on it. All right, so now we have this extra fabric, so we want to do something with that. So we're going to take, kind of fan that open a little bit. And, you know, you might want to bring some under this part here, this headband at the bottom, and tuck it underneath the knot. And then now you have to just worry about this bottom piece. And you can take that and you're going to tuck it under the bottom. Be careful not to pull your hair. And make sure that's in there really good. Okay, now this last piece, I'm going to take it and I'm going to also tuck it under the knot. So now you have just a headband and your hair. All right. So how's that? As you can see, the emphasis on, and let me pin it because it's so, the print is so colorful and there's a lot of print. You can't really see the emphasis on it. So that's just the headband. So, hey, you ready to go again? All right, guys, here I'm using the same triangle shaped fabric, and I started from the back, coming toward the front of the face and tying that two side points together like I did the back, and making a real tight tie here. And then from there, we're going to make sure you get it secured and kind of tight around the top of the head. And then you make a double knot. Make it sure it's tight because you want it secured on your head. And then you just start playing around with the two ends. And like here, I just twisted them together and wrapped them around the knot, and took the big piece and just wrapped it around those two end pieces and the knot. And here we have it. The big knot in the front of the face. Doesn't it look nice? Thanks to my daughter-in-law. She was my model for this piece. Thank you so much, Ash. Okay, here's another idea for a triangle wrap. Take it to the back. Tie it in the front. I'm going to tie it over to the side, though. I'm going to tie this one to the side. Okay, and I'm going to tie a knot. Okay, so now this piece here, these are to the side here. And this front piece is what we're going to be working with. So we're going to take this piece here. Make sure it's all pulled down. Take this piece and we're going to tuck it underneath the knot to the side over here. The knot that we made with the two. And kind of open that up. And so now we still have the two pieces here. So make that full. And kind of open these up. And then we're going to take these. I'm going to take one first and tack it under my ear there. And then take the other and bring it around. Let me open it up just a little more. Okay, and then we're going to bring it around to the back. So, listen, there's no wrong or right. Whatever you come up with is always the best. Do it. Okay, so now I have a little. So it's like that and like that. So now I'm done, so I will be bringing Brandy up. All right, here's Brandy, and as you can see, she has her hair in a ponytail, and she's wrapping it around the rubber band, and then she's picking up her fabric, stretching it out, and she's going to place this fabric over her forehead and pull it to the back tightly and start to twist it. Making sure that it's fitting tight, and she's not twisting it all the way to the end, just enough to start the wrap, to get it tight enough to start the wrap. And then she's just going to wrap it around until all of the tail of the wrap is tucked into the ball, which takes about less than 5 minutes to do. As you can see, she's complete. And she's just making sure everything is tucked in. And she's done. Pretty simple, huh?